Hi, Chester Elton here with a recommendation for my weekend book club. This weekend I've got a great book for you by Scott Miller. It's called Everyone Deserves a Great Manager: The 6 Critical Practices for Leading a Team. Now, you might remember Scott from the Management Mess book, from his leadership podcasts, which are fabulous. I've known Scott for a long time. He works with the Franklin Covey Institute. And I'll tell you, this is a book, if you are a first-time leader, this is a book that you should read. And if you're a long-time leader, a mid-level or senior leader, this is a great review for the 6 practices that really make you a great leader. You know, it's so interesting. He talked about the first time that he became a leader, had to manage a team, and how he was going to inspire everybody. It was going to be great. It would be shortly he would get more promotions and more people would sing his praises. And of course, because he wasn't really well prepared or well trained or didn't have the tools, he didn't do so well. Luckily, he's in an organization that would give him a second chance. And so he talks about his life experience as a manager, which I think is the life experience of a lot of us as managers, right? We go in with great gusto, with great vim and verve, and we find out we just don't have the tools to get it done. Well, I'll tell you, the 6 things, I'm going to run through them really quickly, and then I'm going to highlight a couple of things as to why I think this book is not only a great roadmap, it's a great workbook on how you can become a better leader. He talks about developing a leader's mindset, becoming a student of leadership. Hold regular one-on-ones. If you know anything about Franklin Covey, you know a lot about feedback, how when you've got good feedback, how do you do that? How do you do that in a way that's important and not demeaning for people? Set up your team to get results. Or you got the right people in the right places. Create a culture of feedback. Again, coming back to, feedback is a good thing. It's how you do it that matters. Lead your team through change and manage your own time and energy. Make sure you're taking care of yourself as a leader. Well, I love the way the book is formatted. He's got 2 co-authors, by the way, Todd and Victoria Olsson, who also are practitioners at Franklin Covey, and they have years and years of experience of training up good leaders. The way it's set up, you've got these little highlighted boxes that highlight key ideas in the book. And then, as we've talked about in a lot of leadership books, what I think is a wonderful best practice is it gives you, really key tools, one-on-one planners, for example, with your team, coaching questions, little workbooks or worksheets at the end, insights and actions. So, it's not just a book for you to read, although it is an easy read. It's not too long. It gets to the point. It gives you time to stop and reflect and write down what it is you've learned and give you additional tools. There's even some online tools. Well, Scott and Todd and Victoria are wonderful practitioners with years and years of experience. They train, they teach, they speak. I've been on Scott's podcast. He is a bundle of energy. He is more fun than humans should be allowed. And he's written a great new book, Everyone Deserves a Great Manager. I hope you'll give it a look. I hope you'll buy it. And I hope you'll use it not just as something to read, something to give you a roadmap to be a better leader. The world needs better leaders. You can never have too many. And this is a great tool to get where you want to be, especially if you're a first-time manager. Well, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. The book is Everyone Deserves a Great Manager: 6 Critical Practices for Leading a Team by Scott Miller, available at fine bookstores and online at Amazon. Take care. Have a great weekend. Cheers.